Egypt, the gift of the Nile. Part 2. For thousands of years, the Egyptians worshipped the Nile as a sacred river. This is because the river has been the main source of water, food, and transportation. The Nile is formed by the merging of the White Nile and the Blue Nile at Khartoum, the capital of Sudan. From Khartoum up to the Mediterranean Sea, the merged river is called the Nile. The White Nile originates from Lake Victoria in Uganda near the equator. The Blue Nile originates from Lake Tana in Ethiopia. This is the region of high summer rains. Thus, the annual floods in the lower Nile Valley are due to surplus water in the Blue Nile. The Nile flows for about 4,800 kilometers before it enters Egypt. On its journey, it passes through rugged mountains, tropical forests, and deserts. From Khartoum to Aswan, its flow is checked by rapids and cataracts. At Aswan, the river enters the desert. At Aswan, a dam was built in 1902. The Aswan High Dam was built to regulate the flow of water in the River Nile and generate hydroelectricity. This dam has turned thousands of hectares of desert into fertile farmland. Just before the Nile reaches Cairo, the main river channel splits into a number of distributaries. The formation of the Nile Delta starts from here. This delta is one of the most fertile regions in the world. In 1854, Ferdinand de Lesseps, a French engineer, was granted permission to construct a canal through the Isthmus of Suez. The construction of the canal began on 25th April 1859, and after about 10 years, it was finally opened on 17th November 1869. The Suez Canal, about 170 kilometers long, stretches across the Isthmus of Suez and separates Africa and Asia. The Suez Canal runs from Port Said on the Mediterranean Sea through lakes Great Bitter and Little Bitter, now a single lake, to finally emerge at the Gulf of Suez. It is one of the most important waterways in the world. Before the opening of the Suez Canal, the trade route between Europe and Asia was via the Cape of Good Hope. This canal has shortened the sailing distance between West European countries and India, Australia, East Asia, and some East African countries. The Suez Canal has been the scene of several conflicts, especially between Egypt and Israel. The canal has been closed to traffic a number of times. In 1956, Egyptian President Gamal Abdel Nasser nationalized the canal company. The toll tax charged from the ships that use the canal is a major source of income for Egypt.